Once upon a time in the vast and arid plains of southern Peru, there existed a remarkable secret that had captivated the minds of people for centuries: the Nazca Lines. These mysterious geoglyphs, etched into the desert floor, were a source of endless wonder, curiosity, and debate. In a small desert village nearby, a young boy named Mateo had grown up hearing stories about the Nazca Lines from his grandparents. They spoke of strange symbols, enormous animals, and vast geometric shapes that had been there for as long as anyone could remember. Mateo was a curious child, and the stories of the lines filled his dreams with adventures. One day, as Mateo sat atop a sand dune, gazing at the horizon where the mysterious figures lay, he decided he would uncover the secrets of the Nazca Lines. He was determined, but he knew it would be a challenging quest. With a backpack slung over his shoulders and a notebook in hand, Mateo set out on his journey. He walked through the parched desert, feeling the heat of the sun against his skin and the grains of sand beneath his feet. As he approached the first of the Nazca Lines, he was filled with awe. The enormous hummingbird, etched into the desert floor, was even more breathtaking in person than in his dreams. Mateo sat down beside the hummingbird, taking out his notebook. He began sketching the lines and contours, marveling at the precision with which these ancient figures had been created. But as he continued his work, he couldn't help but wonder, who had created these lines and why? The mystery only deepened. His journey led him to more and more geoglyphs, each one more astonishing than the last. There were spiders, monkeys, and even a majestic condor. Mateo's notebook filled with sketches and notes about these incredible figures. But the answers to his questions remained elusive. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the desert cooled, Mateo met an elderly man named Jorge. Jorge had lived near the Nazca Lines all his life and had studied them extensively. He had dedicated his life to unraveling their secrets. With a friendly smile, Jorge began to share his knowledge with Mateo. He explained how the Nazca Lines were believed to have been created by the Nazca people over 1,000 years ago. The lines were made by removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that covered the surface of the Nazca Desert and revealing the light-colored earth beneath. Jorge pointed out that while the lines were indeed awe-inspiring, their true purpose was still a mystery. Some believed they were connected to astronomical or religious practices, while others thought they were enormous artwork visible from the sky. As Mateo listened to Jorge's words, he felt his fascination with the Nazca Lines grow stronger. Together, they embarked on a mission to learn more about the ancient civilization that had created these magnificent figures. Their journey took them to the small town of Nazca, where they visited the local museum. Inside, they marveled at ancient pottery, textiles, and artifacts that provided glimpses into the lives of the Nazca people. Mateo learned that this ancient civilization had been highly skilled in pottery and textiles, known for their intricate designs and vibrant colors. As they continued their research, Mateo and Jorge discovered that the Nazca Lines covered an area of about 190 square miles. Some of the geoglyphs were as long as 1,200 feet and as intricate as a spider with 8 legs. One day, they met a local archaeologist named Isabella, who had dedicated her life to studying the Nazca Lines. Isabella explained that one of the most intriguing aspects of the lines was their remarkable preservation. The Nazca Desert's unique climate, with minimal rainfall and wind, had helped protect these ancient wonders for over 1,000 years. Mateo, Jorge, and Isabella visited the most famous of the Nazca Lines, the Astronaut. This particular geoglyph had sparked many theories and controversies. Some people believed it depicted an astronaut or an extraterrestrial being, while others argued that it was a representation of a shaman in a trance-like state. Standing before the enigmatic figure, Mateo felt a sense of wonder and curiosity wash over him. Theories about the lines abounded, but the truth remained elusive. Isabella explained that one of the most significant challenges in studying the Nazca Lines was the absence of written records left by the Nazca people. Without written accounts, researchers had to rely on archaeological evidence, comparative studies with other ancient civilizations, and the oral traditions of the local people. As days turned into weeks, Mateo, Jorge, and Isabella delved deeper into the history and mysteries of the Nazca Lines. They interviewed local residents, explored ancient burial sites, and scoured the desert for any clues that might shed light on the line's purpose. One evening, as the sun set over the Nazca Desert, Mateo sat with Jorge and Isabella around a campfire. They discussed the various theories surrounding the lines, from celestial calendars to offerings to water deities. Mateo felt a mixture of excitement and frustration. He was so close to the answers he sought, yet the mystery seemed as elusive as ever. Suddenly, Isabella spoke up, her eyes gleaming with excitement. She shared a recent discovery by a team of researchers who had used drone technology to create three-dimensional maps of the Nazca Lines. This breakthrough had revealed new details about the geoglyphs, including previously unnoticed lines and smaller figures. With renewed determination, Mateo, Jorge, and Isabella set out to explore the newly revealed aspects of the lines. They marveled at the precision and complexity of the newly discovered figures, from whales to intricate patterns. It was clear that the Nazca people had possessed an advanced understanding of geometry and measurement. As they continued their research, they learned about the rituals and ceremonies that might have been associated with the Nazca Lines. Some researchers believed that the Nazca people conducted rituals on the lines during the solstices and equinoxes, aligning their activities with celestial events. Mateo, Jorge, and Isabella also met with local shamans who shared their insights into the spiritual significance of the lines. According to these traditional beliefs, the Nazca Lines represented a connection between the earthly and spiritual realms. They served as a means of communicating with the gods and ancestors. One day, as Mateo stood atop a sand dune, gazing at the spider and monkey geoglyphs, he felt a sense of awe and gratitude. The Nazca Lines had been a source of wonder and intrigue for him, and his journey had deepened his appreciation for the mysteries of the past. As their research continued, Mateo, Jorge, and Isabella contributed their findings to the global community of archaeologists and researchers. They hoped that by sharing their knowledge, they could bring the world closer to understanding the purpose and significance of the Nazca Lines. Years passed, and Mateo became a respected archaeologist in his own right, dedicating his life to preserving the Nazca Lines and their mysteries. He knew that the enigma of the lines might never be fully unraveled, but their power to inspire and captivate would endure for generations to come. In the heart of the Nazca Desert, where ancient secrets remained etched into the earth, Mateo, Jorge, and Isabella continued their exploration of the past, knowing that the quest for knowledge would always be a journey worth taking. And so, the Nazca Lines continued to weave their enchanting tale, leaving a legacy of wonder and intrigue for all who ventured to discover their secrets.